happy that you're here. This is gonna be so fun. If you're new, my name is Orly and this is the DIY Designer. I release a brand new video every single Sunday. I do DIY fashion, I do personal style development, styling hacks, outfit ideas, all sorts of fun stuff so that you can feel very connected to your personal style and really love every piece that you own. And today is going to be a really cool DIY that was originally inspired by this top. I loved it. Obviously, she's so stunning and I love everything that she shares. But I thought that this top was really cool. I loved the long sash. I loved the bow. So feminine, so fun, like so festive for the holiday season. And I thought, what if I just created a really long, like silk sash that you could tie over a bustier with like sheer boning, a sheer long sleeve bodysuit top, a t-shirt, a tank top, a camisole like she's wearing, and really instantly transform a basic into something that has this really beautiful, festive, feminine, romantic vibe. So that's what we're gonna do today. Basically, all you need is a yard of fabric. I recommend stretch, and for this particular vibe, I would do something that's kind of like a stretch silk or a stretch satin. If you can find a fabric that is the same on both sides, that's gonna be really great as well, so that as the tie hangs down, if it moves, you're not noticing it. It's just kind of looking the same no matter what. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I did wanna share a promo I have in case you guys are in need of last minute holiday gifts. So on Rocknot, from the 17th to the 20th, I'm doing a promo that is free expedited shipping on orders over $250. So we do not have free shipping on the site, and we do not even have an option for expedited shipping that you could pay for if you wanted to. But from the 17th to the 20th, I wanted to make sure to be able to help people get last minute holiday gifts. We have so many fun new things. 4-in-1 multi-strand necklace, which sold out in a week. I got restocked. The Transformer is back in stock. We got headbands in, which are so fun. New red twisty necklaces, the new chain strap, the new Lila pink pouch, the new Allie drawstring bucket bag, like so many fun things hitting the site. So if you needed some gifts, add in a bunch of goodies and then get that free shipping. So I wanted to share that in case anyone needed it. And I also just wanted to show something because I'm so proud of it. It's not available. It's like on a pre-order type situation. It is absolutely the most epic thing, and it sparkles like diamonds, and it's reversible. So you can either wear this part open like a vest, or you wear it like that in the back with a bra top, with a t-shirt. Oh, can you see the sun sparkle right there? Oh, it's so special. Okay, let's get into the DIY. All right, so this is a bustier I'm planning on creating my look over. I originally bought white fabric, but decided ultimately not to use it, so we're just gonna do this red. Most fabrics like this are gonna be two-way stretch. So you wanna find which way your stretch is going, and that is the side that you're gonna cut so that it wraps around your body. Obviously stretch going around your body and not up and down. First thing, you always wanna sort of square off your fabric so that your top lines are even and you don't have the rough edge or the uneven edge that your fabric was maybe cut with. I decided to make my strips 9 inches wide. So I just took my fabric, I folded it in half so that the stretch was going the right way, lined it up on my mat, a ruler and a rotary blade, and I cut 2 super long 9-inch wide strips. Now, all I have to do is connect those 2 strips together. So I'm gonna lay them on top of each other, face to face, so the shiny side of the fabric on the shiny side of the fabric, and I'm gonna do a simple straight stitch, sewing it together. This obviously gives me my one very long strip with the center seam in the back. Okay, so in order to actually hem it and clean finish it, I recommend doing like the double fold. You fold once, then you fold again, and you stitch it down. My first thought was that I would press it. So I would press the fabric once, and that way it would be much easier to fold. But this fabric wasn't really ironing well. So I made the mistake of turning the heat up higher. And what ultimately happened is I burned my fabric. I don't know how I wasn't noticing the steam at this point. It took me a little while to realize what was happening. So what I ended up doing is I cut off the end where it actually kind of got burned, and I re-sewed a new piece to it. So you'll see at the very end, what I have is instead of one center seam in the back, I actually have 2 side seams. So it's fine, it's no big deal, but mine is gonna look slightly different than what yours will look like. Ultimately, what I decided to do was to do the fold and the fold as I sewed. So you're basically gonna be sewing, then you're gonna grab the next section, you're gonna give a little fold, and you're gonna fold it again, trying to create the same size constantly. It's actually pretty easy to do that because the fabric naturally wants to line up evenly with what came before it. You can pin it like this if you want and then sew, but I actually found that took longer. It was almost easier to just work in like 6-inch sections and just fold, sew, fold, sew. Now I learned my lesson. I'm on a very low setting and I'm just pressing it so that all of my seams are really nice and clean. And this is just a beautiful, crisp sash. When you're done with this, the last thing that you want to do is decide how you want to finish off your ends. I wanted angled points, kind of like a traditional ribbon. And so I decided to cut off because remember, I had kind of given myself more than I needed because of my mistake in the beginning. It was longer than I wanted. So I'm cutting off about 10 inches off the end and I'm doing it on an angle. This next part, disclaimer, I don't really know how to do this. So I am sure there is a expert sewer YouTube channel which will tell you the exact right way to create a point on the end. For me, it was not super easy to figure out. So what I did is I did the normal fold like I had done on all of the side seams from the very beginning. You'll see here in just a second, like it's just the normal fold. It's very easy on the beginning, but then when I got to the very tip, it was a little funky. I had like a little extra fabric to contend with. So what I decided to do was to hand sew the end and try to hide any of those little like frayed edges. Sometimes a needle and thread is a really great hack for manipulating things with tremendous detail that maybe you can't do with your sewing machine. So I just looped it around until it was all hidden and I'm done. Okay, I am wearing a bustier sheer. I've never liked it because it just doesn't fit right up top. So I think this is gonna be perfect. Now, if you remember, I ended up with 2 seams because I damaged one. So I'm gonna line up them as like side seams. And now the way that I think it looks best is just tying a knot. So we are going to just center it right over the bust, tie a knot. Before you do the second part, I mean, it's already so pretty. Because it's stretch, that actually holds. I'm wearing it with jeans, which I actually think is super cute. And so right now I just have it tied like this. All right, so it's gonna take a second for you to play with the knot in order to create a flattering one. Now, one thing I wanted to show you that I think is super fun. This is the red rhinestone phone cord. It just goes on your phone case so that you can be hands-free, but all of the phone cords can be worn as necklaces because they've got 2 clasps. So you can wrap it once, twice, 3 times, however much you want, and then you just clip, the thing to the thing. And you can like twist it, kind of mess with it, create like a cool spiraled effect. Tuck it underneath. Tucking it underneath feels good actually. It feels like stronger. Yeah, that feels better. So I actually recommend that. There we go. So you want to tuck the top in. Not only does it look like it's been sewn, but it is way more secure. That's not going to slide down. With these tails, you can still do other stuff with it. So if you want, you can like pull it back and then this part almost has that bow effect because this looks like the middle and this looks like the bow. Find where it is centered and again, always put the satin side out if you've got that. It's pretty in the back and then you've got this and it looks like a little bow. I mean, come on. Could also probably take it, could we go up? You could go up. Stop. Oh, and it feels so cool in the back. And that's super pretty in the front. You guys have to do this. Now take the middle again, you should only have 1 seam. So for you, it's gonna be lined up in the center. Take it and crisscross it right over your bust and now tie it in the back. If you want, you could come back around. That's what I'm doing. Sorry, that's what I'm doing. Do your same thing, tie your knot. That's super cool. I think I actually like it better in the back. All right, high-waisted pants. I just realized something. So when you're doing this, you obviously want this part to go under your bust. So when you're tying it, sort of look in the mirror and like almost twist and pleat it here in the way that's needed so that this part stays down. So almost like that. And then you need it to be tied low, not high-waisted, but low-waisted, because if you tie it high, it's gonna pull it up. There we go. And then tie your second knot. Because I can't help myself, but this is my last one. Open it, cover your bust, and grab a belt. Guys, you gotta make it. You could take the belt, leave it like this now, and then you could tie it in the back if you don't want the tails. Leave that so it just looks like a shirt. You could leave them down so it looks almost like a dress. that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna call that quits because I could go on forever. I hope that you guys loved this one and enjoyed it. You guys can definitely get this made in time for the holidays and have such an epic piece that really speaks your style, your colors, your vibe, your fit, all the things that you need to make you feel amazing. So I hope this one provided some inspiration. Thank you for being here. As always, I love you guys. Have a beautiful holiday. Mwah. Love you.